On today's adventure in Hawaii, I'm up in the Volcanoes National Park area. So we're going to explore some of this, do some hiking, see some lava in Kilauea hopefully. So right now I'm going to start out doing the Kilauea Iki hike, which is a popular trail up in the national park here. I'll spin the camera around and kind of show you a basic overview of what it's looking like, but we're going to be hiking down and around the Kilauea Iki crater area. So let's see what we're doing. I'm starting out hiking a little bit around the rim, and then we'll be making our way down into the crater. And you can see the trail, once we hit the base, cuts right across, and then hiking up the other side, and then hiking back along this side of the rim. In total, it's about a 4-mile loop, I think. Here's a better overlook of into the Kilauea Iki crater. There's the clear-cut path of the trail we'll be on when we get down there. Cut straight across. I can see some people down in the bottom. They're hiking through it. And then the Kilauea part that's erupting, the main caldera, is on the other side, and you can see some of the steam rising. So that's all active lava flows. Hopefully we can get a view later in the day and kind of get over there. Here's where it starts to descend on down. A little bit of a view. Looks like we're over halfway down to the bottom. It's been a nice, lovely little descent on down. Not too bad. I love hearing all the bird calls and stuff out here. Yeah, it looks like we're coming out of the forest. Just follow the rock path. Looks like it just goes in a straight line. Yeah, this is going to be a very cool little hike. Most of it's flat. It's kind of just consisting of little humps of broken old lava. This used to be a little lava lake, just like Kilauea is now. There's larger mounds of bubbled up, broken lava crust layers. Really cool looking. One last look back while I'm still at the bottom of the caldera here. I think we're just about at the end of it. I walked all the way across. That was a nice little hike through it. And we're about to go up the other side. Karen's going that way. And I can see some railing over there, so we'll be dipping back up. The climb up this side's a little more aggressive, just with lots of stair stepping. Not too bad overall though. Little trail intersection here. Nice bench if you need a break. I think we're at the top of the climb. And we're continuing back towards where the Crater Rim Road intersection was at. That's where we parked. And now we're just walking the rim. Should be a nice smooth walk from here all the way back. Another sign, Kilauea Iki parking lot .9. That's where I parked. As we're about finished with this hike, it was definitely a fun little 4-mile loop. I think that was like the perfect duration and everything. Highly recommended. Next, we're going to try to move over to where we can get an overlook into the Kilauea Volcano, currently erupting. I don't think it's exploding too fantastically or anything, but it's got some lava flowing out where it's where you can currently see with hopefully not too bad of a view. I think parking up there is kind of limited, so we'll see how close we can park, and then I think it's at least a mile or so to hike up to the overlook. So that'll be the next stop, and we'll be heading there shortly. Here's another overlook towards the main Kilauea caldera, with the steam rising from the eruption. And I'm noticing over there, so the old rim trail goes around this southern rim of the Kilauea area, and you can notice parts of it have collapsed down, and there's a bit of the road in the middle of the screen there. Can no longer drive it. Well, I just moved up to the next parking lot. Plenty of parking here, so that's good. It is Super Bowl Sunday, and I think the game is currently on. So there's probably not many people at the park right now, which is good for me. So next we got like a mile at least, I think, of walking until we can get to an area where we can get some views, hopefully, of some lava flowing. This is the old road that originally you could kind of loop all the way around the crater, I think, but I think recently-ish, I'm not too familiar on a lot of the eruptions that have happened, but there's been numerous eruptions here that have collapsed different areas, and this road is no longer a throughway. There were signs at the parking area to keep an eye out for these birds. These are the nene, saying not to approach them. Cool seeing them right off the side of the trail. Kind of like a goose. Here's our turnoff. You just see a little bit where it's erupting from. Well, I hope something there turns out decently enough. It's windy, it's rainy, it's hazy, it's cloudy. You can barely see anything. We're far away from it, and it's just erupting a little bit from this distance. But I don't know what I captured. It looks slightly more impressive in real life, but that's the best we can do. So I think it's time to head back and find some food. There's a hotel up here on the crater rim somewhere, and I think they have a restaurant, so that's gonna be the next destination. Up at the Volcano House is a hotel/restaurant, and there's supposed to be cool views from here. We'll see if we can get a bite to eat. Well, I think that's going to do it for here in Volcanoes National Park. Thanks for coming along on this trip. We'll close out with one final look out into the Kilauea caldera. And we'll see you in my next little Hawaiian adventure here.